What is up, boys? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Ark Survival Ascended. Alright, so I don't know if I mentioned this in the few previous episodes. I actually covered our base with the crystal structure skin. That it was a premium skin at one point in time. I think it still is. I got it from winning a giveaway. I would have never bought the skin. Honestly, not saying the skin's terrible. I like the skin. I just would have never bought a skin for a base, but I completely covered the whole base in that, so that's kind of cool. And I did eventually get a male Pseudomane after the last episode. It took me about another half an hour of searching. Came out as a 145, tamed it, got it to a 217. Stats are kind of terrible other than stamina, but the one good sign that we got really, really good right off the start is we were able to get a perfect female out of the breeding of the two of the ones that we had. So it's got 48 health, 47 stam, and 39 melee. 39 being the best melee I could find is not great. We're going to try to go for higher eventually. But right now, this is what we're at. I'm not truthfully complaining about 40 points almost into melee. That's not going to make a huge difference. The biggest thing I'm liking is the 48 health. That is going to be insane when it comes down to imprinting and running with a mate boosted. You're going to take almost no damage with having such high health. And we do have our Ovises out here, or Ovis, whatever you want to call them now, breeding. That's how I got that mutton in my inventory, because we're going to tame something today. And you can probably see what it is by that saddle. We are going to try to tame the best thing for getting cementing paste and chitin, or pretty damn close to the best thing for getting cementing paste and chitin, if at all possible. I guess I'll take this. I really don't want that. Okay, I guess I'll take those two rocks either. That drop's kind of terrible, but we got to pretty much go right to where Jace's base is and go get a Beelzebufo, because what him and I were talking about was we're going to try to run the Cave of Immune, so that's the Redwoods Cave, at some point, and just get a bunch of cementing paste, because how him and I are looking at it is the dragon, since again, this is not single player, so things are slightly harder. Yes, I will agree with anybody that says that single player is easier. It is to an extent. But it's not as easy as people make it out to be, because you don't have the time to sit there and breed up and tame creatures. Taming is not the problem. The breed up is the problem, because you can't physically just leave your game on. I mean, you can, but it's probably not best for it. So that was just a weird way to word that. Why did I do it that way? But yeah, so what we're planning on doing is getting to propagators as fast as we can, which is level 95. And we need to beat at least a couple of the early bosses. So a world boss maybe, or a world boss maybe, or a Broodmother, because he does have a Megatherium, a singular one. He doesn't have a great one, but he has a Megatherium. I don't know how good it is. So we could do that. And I've got my Pseudomane for caving, which is what we're going to be doing with it. So that's that idea on that. Actually, here, why don't we do the... Ooh, nope. I almost landed right on top of those guys. That would not have been a good idea. I don't know why I'm using the PT when I just said we have a pseudo on my shoulder. We should be riding this through the woods. This is the first female we tamed with pretty terrible stats, honestly, that we're planning on giving to Jace. But I may not give this one to Jace. I may just get him a nice breeding pair, because his plan is to get me a breeding pair of the Therizinosaurs, and I'll get him a nice breeding pair of these. So I think that's a pretty fair trade-off. So we can start working up building armies, because I guess one of us is probably going to work for mutations on like health or something, and the other one's going to work for mutations on melee, just so it's double the process twice as fast to get us off the island. And let me know up to this point, for those of you that have watched the series, what do you guys think of the idea of us working as an alliance to try to get through it, but also partially teaming up, or pretty much straight up teaming up? There's an alpha nearby, so we probably should fight this. I don't know what's the alpha, but we're going to fight it anyway. Alright, let's see what we got in the area. We're still going for that Beelzebufo, definitely. That's not a question. But I'm wondering what alpha is in the area. I love the fire damage, just keeps burning away at these guys. It's probably that raptor, honestly. I can't tell. Is it alpha boosted? Everything here is. Yo, what is the alpha around here? Let me take a look. I don't know if it's that raptor, honestly. Doesn't look it. No, that was not the raptor. Yeah, there's something else alpha boosting these. I don't know what it is. It's not either one of these Kentros. Is it up the hill? Because, like, I'm definitely interested in running into alphas. Is it this Carno? Okay, no, so it's down a ways. Okay, so it's down this way. Let's head down this way and look, because alphas we need to be fighting anyway, so it's definitely worthwhile for us to track it. It's not you. Are you alpha boosted? I hate that I can't see that till I'm right on top of it. You are not. So it must be this direction? Possibly? I don't know, honestly, where that alpha went. Because you think I'd be able to see it by now, but apparently not. I'm not going to sit here and, like, look forever for an alpha hidden in the brush. It's probably just a raptor, if anything. Are you alpha boosted? Yeah, no, it's back that way somewhere. I'm not about to go digging through the jungle to try to find one. We'll find plenty more alphas as time goes. But let's just keep on moving this direction. We want to stay out of the water because of baryonyxes. I don't feel like dealing with a berry. Can I jump up here? I was honestly thinking Jace was going to build right here because of the location. But he didn't. He ended up not doing that. He ended up building down that way. I was about to say, is that a novice? That's not a novice. Now, he went straight and started getting all of the resources we absolutely needed early on and fast. Because he's in the same boat I am in the concept of this is going to be hard. Like, it's not going to be a cakewalk. We're going to struggle against some of the harder bosses, like the alpha tier bosses. But we both know that we could easily, with breeding properly through propagators and things like that, we could definitely push our way through and get to the Overseer within probably 100 days. Because we're already at day 28. Technically, because the server's always on, days do continue to go by when I'm offline. But if I were to say in terms of days, I could probably do it in like 20 episodes. 10, 20 episodes, maybe. Maybe. If it's both him and I working together, that's like very, stretching it very thin. But I'm thinking we could do it in a minimum of 40 episodes on the island. I don't want to set a limit on myself, though, because, like I said, we do want to take on the Gamma or Beta version of the Desolatitan. I don't know if we're going to do it on here or if we're going to save that for Scorched. We have not made that decision yet, and that is a high-level Alpha Carno, is that not? Is that the one that I was facing off against earlier? It actually kind of is. I'm very tempted to fight this. Just to try to get the stuff from it. And because we heal, I'm not worried at all about, like, truthfully dying too much. I could just use my... Well, I don't even need to. The Flame Absorb's constantly healing me right there. As a Gallimimus. We're going to just constantly burn through him. If I remember right, this isn't the strongest of the Pseudomanes. I forgot what they're called. That we have. This is one of the lower tier ones that we tamed, like entirely. Just like there's no high health on it, no high melee. I'm actually gonna draw that health back to me really quick and start working our way back up. Is this guy even bloody at all? I don't know. I can't just check. I mean, I could, but I'd rather not. Rather not risk it. We'll just keep dealing damage to it. Actually, I'm doing fire damage. Oh yeah, he's down to about 6k. That's perfect. Just keep chomping away. I was gonna bring a veggie cake with me, in case we saw a Achatina, but one veggie cake is not going to tame one. Because an Achatina is legitimately the best way to get cementing paste, because they give you Achatina paste, which can be used 1-for-1 as cementing paste. So definitely something you want to grab if you can, if at all possible. Perfect. That kind of worked relatively well. Get that in your inventory. Oh, also, big thing about these guys only eat fish meat, so if you are trying to wonder why they're not eating, give them fish meat. That is nice. I'll actually take that armor piece, because that'll replace what we have on us right now. Is pretty decent armor. And we got another Alpha Carno arm. I dig that. That's really good. Alright, so let's look for a Beelzebufo. We're looking for probably a level 100 or higher, if we could say. Because right there's a prime example of what we could do with that bees bugs hive thing. I think that might be the one Jace was talking about. He said there was one near his base. I think that's it. Yeah, see, like right here, this Achatina would be absolutely amazing. But it's going to definitely take more than one of the veggie cakes to tame that. So I don't want to waste the time trying to get it when I know it's not going to happen. You, I know I need to take out, so I'm going to try to get you really quickly and get some... Nope, didn't get any Titanoboa Venom. Good thing is this guy constantly is cooking meat for me as well. There's another Achatina. Like, if there's like a level 5 or something here, I could probably get that. Yes, level 100. There's no way I'm taming that thing with one. It's going to take probably close to 10. I'm looking very carefully for... Nope, that... We do not want that to jump on us. Because that will rip me right off this guy like that. Like that. Completely like that. Hello? Hello? Can I not fight back? Bro, get off me. Bro, get off me. Is my Pseudomane not going to come over and help me, bro? I got a hole. Bro, my Pseudo just left me over here. Okay, so we're sleeping. I think my Pseudo might be on passive. I don't know why he would be. But we're knocked out. We're just sleeping. So I'll bring you guys back here in a second. When we would... Oh, no, our Torpor is going down really quickly. Okay, can I level up? I can't do anything. We got to get back to our Pseudo. All of our armor is shot, too. So that kind of is not really good. I think he killed him just by fire damage. I don't think he attacked anything. I think he legitimately just killed it with fire damage. Really, dude? Alright, it's not hitting me. That's fair. I'm okay with that. Don't hit me. Let me get back up. What did you have in your inventory, bro? Nothing. Yeah, you were legitimately on passive. That was the worst thing that could have happened right there. Bro went straight passive for some reason. He might have been on my shoulder when I was back at base and I whistled passive. I don't remember. So that was pretty terrible. Capros are not something to mess with very lightly because they can do exactly what just happened there. We got Titanoboa Venomed and Caproed at the same time. So we ended up getting completely smoked. Almost died. I really thought he was on aggressive. Or, like, neutral. But he clearly wasn't. So I almost died to that. I thought I did there at the end, but I ended up smacking him around just enough to get it. That's an Arkology Sarco. This is the only thing about this area, is it's ridiculously dangerous. It's not somewhere you want to just hang out plainly. I don't know why Jace wanted to build right there. Rhinognathia spawn here. That's a Doed right there. What level are you, buddy? 60. I was trying to save all these bugs for when we got ourselves a Beelzebufo, but apparently they don't want to let me do that. They want to just die right now. Alright, so they usually spawn this direction. I mean, they spawn anywhere, really. Right, there's one. Let me take a look at that one's level. 25. What is up with me seeing all of the terrible levels on video? Like, I'm having the worst time taming things when I'm recording. But legitimately, I went to go tame the male of those Pseudomanes, and it was perfect. Creatures kept feeding themselves to me. I was popping right off. Like, no questions. And then now I'm trying to tame a Beelzebufo, and it's like all of a sudden I forgot how to play Ark. 2 damn... that's a 150. That's something to think about. That is definitely something to think about. I don't want to go deep into the swamp because, like I said, there's Baryonyxes. So what we might end up doing is we might go airborne on the PT. Capra, we're like right there. Yeah, fuck that. Nope, we're going this way. Pardon the language, but we're getting as far away from those capros as we can. Let's land on top of this, and then let's take a quick peek around us, see if there's any Beelzebufos here. Nope. Okay, so PT time. We want to go airborne as much as we can because I don't want to be on the ground near anything that could completely destroy me. Because my Pseudomane can defend itself, but it can't defend me constantly if I get ripped off of it or something. So let's explore at a safe distance. Especially with that Spino right there. I mean, that's a low-level Spino, so I'm not too worried about it. But enough Sarcos and enough Capros can completely, probably, more than likely, destroy this Pseudomane. Let me circle back around, because I just saw that down there. It was right there somewhere, right? It was. Keyword, it's probably dead now. Oh no, there it is. Bro, fly back into my vision. Fly back, slide back. Yeah, see a Capro right there. I don't have anything to fight off a Capro, really. Yeah, I don't know where that went. I'm just going to keep moving. I don't want to be near that Capro in the sky. Especially if I have to land, I'll get ripped right off. Huh. There's two, yeah, there's two Capros right there. Yeah, no, that would have been GG for me, even with my armor on. I can't find what I'm looking for, of course. When I need it for a specific reason, I can't find it. Let's see. Any other time, you guys all have played Ark know this, you look for something, you can't find it. But when you don't look for something, it's legitimately everywhere. There's probably a bunch, like, actually in the swamp center area. I just don't know if I dare going in there. Because I know I'm going to get smoked. And with how far away from base we are, we would have to respawn all the way back there and fly all the way back without probably a PT, because we'd more than likely lose the PT. Oh, wait, there's one. That's a level 100. It's better. One right there, too. What level are you? Does that say 145? Let's say 145. Yes, it did. There it is. Okay. Are you serious? A Capro. I knew that was going to happen, dude. Oh, we probably just lost both of those. Damn it. I'll be back. All right, we're just about back. I don't know if anything died. I didn't look. I hopped back on a different PT we had and just zoomed over here. No, it looks like the Pseudomane's doing some work. So we're just going to stay airborne for right now. Let the Pseudo keep doing its thing. That's a level 100 Beelzebufo. Our PT's right next to it. Oh, there's our PT, our other one. So the other PT's not helping at all. That is honestly kind of expected. I can hop on our better PT. I don't want it to attack that guy there, yeah. Back on neutral. Perfect. Okay. So he did alright fighting everything off. Good job there. Now we gotta find it again. I just saw it. I lost it. Oh, there, yeah, there it is. Cool thing is, I can trank it from on the back of this guy. Did I hit it? No, I missed. I'm just trying to take pod shots at this point. That got it. There we go. Can I bowl of this guy is the question. I can. So we're just going to back up and get side angle shot. I know the other Beelzel's going to come over in a second. That missed? Come on, dude. That should have hit. That should have hit. Are these tranks not doing anything to it? Why do I feel like these tranks are doing no damage? No, like, torpor damage. I want to make sure this one goes out. I'm not worried about him knocking out the pseudo here. Yep, that should knock that guy out. Let's see if we can pull it this way a little bit, away from that guy. We'll destroy this one here, because this one's a low level anyway. I mean, it's a level 100, but still. Alright, down that goes. Good thing is, this guy did have some fish meat in him for a little bit. I'm going to put some levels into... Ooh, what are you? Hold on. Oh. Never mind. Pretty terrible. I'm trying to watch around me because I don't want to get attacked again. I don't want any surprises. That went up by what? 15%? So 8 should be exactly enough. If not, we're right here to pick it up anyway. But yeah, I'm surprised the pseudo did so well. Honestly, I am. I'll take the free Sarco skin. I really thought it was going to get destroyed. I thought the PT was going to get destroyed, truthfully. But that somehow survived, which I'm A-okay about. Both my PTs are good. Why do I have this Pseudomane on me? Huh? Where did I get this pseudo from? That's right. Okay, I grabbed the pseudo just in case I was going to need it. But we got a Chibi Gnacardia. I will actually equip that as a Chibi. Just so we can start getting some extra levels. Well, I was confused. I was like, how did I get that? Oh, yeah, I grabbed it. I grabbed it when I grabbed the PT just in case both of these were dead. I needed something to defend myself with was my idea. I actually lived that way at one point in time, right up along this coastline in the swamp area. It was pretty bad. Constant snakes, constant theries, constant sarcos, Deinosuchus, capros. Like anything that's swamp related was coming up to my house and attacking my stuff. So I eventually ended up putting up spike walls, X-seeds, turrets, everything. I burned through so many resources trying to protect my base. It was insane. But luckily, we're going to be able to tame this guy, hopefully pretty quickly, and get a decent amount of power from it. I didn't look at its stats at all. There, I was hoping to draw a piranha or two over. Just so I can get this guy some fish meat. Normally, the Baryonyx is the go-to for any cave, truthfully, but my go-to from now on in any series I play is going to be the Pseudo to start out, because this is going to be my character, my Dino. This is what I'm running. It's easily one of the better ones. I gotta sneeze. Of course, that comes out of nowhere. It's like an RKO. I just dumped everything into his inventory. God, I did not mean to do that. Let me take everything back, and I can clear out what I don't need. I'll toss all the meat back into you, except for the mutton, because I don't want you cooking that up. But everything else I'll pretty much take, actually. I should put some levels into this pseudo, because this is the one I'm riding on right now. Because we're going to look for Deinotheriums here too as well. Our plan is to eventually start to tame one of them up and utilize them as boss dinos and whatnot. What do you have for stats? 40 melee. That's good. That is really good on this one. I did not see that it was that high. That could push 50 something, truthfully, after a nice tame. And if that does push 50, that's pretty good. That's really... We could take this into the Cave of the Immune and get tons of chitin out of that. I'm actually really excited now. The Redwoods Cave is going to look really, really cheeky for us. I'm not putting this guy on my shoulder at all until this guy's tamed and I'm in the air. Yep. Now I'll put you on my shoulder. Because I have the saddle right here. And boom! 57. That was a cheeky 57 points into melee. I just saw that. Hold the phone. Let me get on my PT and get this guy. I don't trust being on the ground. Hold on a second. 57 points into melee on a Beelzebufo is, pardon my language, but fucking nutty. And then 46 into health with a 50 armor saddle. That's insane. Now let me go show you why these things are so good. Why these things are probably one of the best things you could physically tame. At this point in the game, if you need chitin or cementing paste or anything along those lines, right now at relatively early game, this is what you want to go for. I just gotta find either a hive of some sort that has bugs, or you want to find or go to the cave of the redwoods and do it there. But since I have no Untameables in, the things like to spawn in those right there, the bugs. The bugs. These little bugs. You want these bugs. Alright. You want to take this guy out and go like this. Hop on. And start going like that. Aggro him. Back up. Wait, maybe. Right, there you go. Just hit it once and then back up. Look at all that chitin, and you want to do the tongue wipe, actually. You do that as well. And just constantly go like this. Just let it keep eating it up. Just keep eating it up. You get tons and tons of chitin and cementing paste. Just let it keep going. Just let it keep going. You got to make sure you hit every little body, too, so you don't lose any of that free chitin. Free chitin, free cementing paste, just let them keep swarming you. And you get that buff for 260 seconds, or debuff, technically. So they'll keep coming after you. So just keep swinging away. Just keep on swinging away, dude. The 650 is nuts. The fact that he's hitting 650 right off the rip, that's insane. I don't have anything to worry about there in terms of damage. Because most bugs we can take out with 650. I think even a lot of spiders you could probably do 2-3 hits on a spider and take it out in like 2-3 hits with 650. I'm gonna up its health here in a minute. And melee. I think we gotta be almost done with the waves. No, they're still coming. Just pretty much just like constantly spam it. I'm just gonna sit here and keep hitting this until that buff runs out. And you guys will see how much chitin and cementing paste we have at the end. Like, we had 2k back at base, and that took me quite a while to rob and beaver dams and just gradual over time gathering that up to the point we're at now, and we're at 616 cementing paste, 800 chitin as of this second. You'll get a lot more inside the caves because they swarm faster, so you can just sit there and there's usually an overspawn, honestly. So you can just easily just keep eating away at them. Only problem is they ruin your stamina really quickly, so you kind of gotta be pretty careful with your stam levels, because you will lose a lot of stam, and you don't want to have your creature get knocked out, especially not when about to get swarmed by a bunch of bugs. But we only got just over 2 minutes left. We just gotta be pretty careful with it, like, because this guy doesn't have a whole lot of stam to start with. I probably should have leveled it up a little bit before jumping on this. Let's actually up the stamina a wee bit. Just so it can stay struggling for consciousness at some point. Or at this point, not at some point. Why did I say some point? I'm just so distracted by all the damage numbers, and I'm trying to watch around me for a Capro too, so I'm sorry about not being fully focused on that. I don't want to get Capro'd again. That'd be 3 times in one video. 2 was enough. 1, truthfully, was enough, but 3 is too much. and just gotta keep eating away. So we're sitting at 1,000 plus cementing paste and 1,000 plus chitin right now, and we're just still going. He's getting tired. Just give it a second to charge up. Do a swipe. Do a swipe. Do a swipe. Just keep going with it. Like, that's all it is. Alright, let's check our stam. How's our stam looking? Alright, let our stam recharge. Our stam recharges really quick once you go into the inventory. Wow, 1 level, put it up to 661. I may actually just do HP, honestly, on this guy. I'm not entirely sure what I need to do. Because I've never used these guys for anything other than just this. Like, that's all I've ever used them for is just getting chitin and cementing paste. It's insane how much they get. Like, you can go from being... Like, I probably have enough now here alone to make the propagator that Jason and I were talking about making. A lot of things that we need high amounts of... Ooh, I saw a tree fall. I got distracted. I didn't want something big to come this way. High amounts of cementing paste you need for, like, a grinder or the Indie Forge or, truthfully, anything that you need a big amount of cementing paste for. This is the best way to do it. You just sit here and just keep going. Just let it keep going. And if you can't do it on this, like I said, if you don't have the No Untameable mod activated on your server or in your single-player session, just go to the Cave of the Immune, which you guys will see me go there at some point in time. It's the Redwoods Cave. We'll actually probably be hitting that up here within the next 5-ish to 7 episodes, probably. Because after this one, I think Jason and I are just about ready to start caving. Once I get my perfect pair of Pseudomanes, we're going to start caving. So we're going to grab all the artifacts that way, and you guys will get to see us caving. You actually get to meet Jace in-game. He'll actually be on call with me during the video. So we'll actually get, you guys will get to see him, chat with him, whole 9 yards, not chat with him specifically, but get to talk to him and everything, or hear from him. But there, once the timer's up, they leave you alone, and we ended with almost 2,000 cementing paste and almost 2,500 of the chitin. Pull that all to me, hop off you did good work, and now hop on a PT. Absolutely the best creature for getting chitin you can need, other than the Acatina. So I would say this is probably number 2. Chitin, cementing paste, look at that. Like, we're golden now. We have enough chitin here that we could turn this all into cementing paste back at base. Like, actually alone, hang on. This says we got 2,000 probably, right? So let's just see Forge. Let's check how much the Indie Forge needs. I can't make it. I'm not high enough level. Can I make the grinder yet? I can. Okay. We needed 800 cementing paste. We got more than that really quickly. The industrial grill, again, 40. We got all that. Bench, the chem bench. Can I make that? I can't. I'm really under, like, low level. Once I get into caves and start getting some more alpha fights and things like that, I think we'll level up a lot faster. The main reason we're not is because, like I said, I'm not doing a lot off screen. I'm mainly just doing grinding of, like, resources and things, just so I can keep the videos flowing. And so when I am off screen, I try to get as much as I can done on screen so that when I'm off screen, I could just turn that into actual productivity. So from now on, you'll probably be seeing an insane amount of, like, cementing paste and metal and whatnot in our storages, because that's what I'm going to do when the videos are rendering. Because instead of me just doing nothing, I'm going to actually allow the videos to be rendered, edited, uploaded. I mean, I do all of that, but by the time it's done, right there's another one. Another titanium iron nest that we could go get a bunch of chitin and stuff from. But I'm actually going to take the time while it's editing, rendering, doing all those things to continue to build resources for stuff that we need so we can continue to progress at a pretty quick rate. Because right now, this right here is fantastic. This is going to help repair all of these too. All these that got broke, this chitin is going to go right to repairing each and every bit of those. And the clothes that are on our back, that is going to repair. So that's right up the alley as well. So that's kind of perfect too. So, but one thing I am going to add in at the end of this video is that we're going to go up to Metal Mountain, and I'm going to show you guys where I've been going to get metal. Loads and loads of it. What level are you? I can't tame you. I would love to, but you're 140. I'm going to save you for taming for Scorched Earth. But we're going to go to Metal Mountain, take our Anki, and things like that. So I'm going to cut this right here. I'm going to return all of this stuff to base, and I'll bring you guys back when we're just about at Metal Mountain. And yes, I have to do the one strategy that probably a lot of you don't like, but I have to. It's the only way I can get back and forth because we don't have an RG yet. But when I do get one, then I'll be able to carry the Anki back and forth normally. But right now I don't have an RG, so I got to do the one strat. So give me a few minutes here. Let me get back to base and drop everything off and then grab the Anki and head out, and then I'll see you guys there momentarily. All right, guys, here we are. I'm a little worried about what's up here, like that. Oh, it's a level 25. I say that like it's not dangerous. 25 is dangerous, but it's level 25 right there. There was a Desolatitan down in there. It might have died in the lava at one point. But there were quite a few Desolatitan's up here. Either that or they just despawn over time and they don't stay. That could be it. Because I've had quite a few of them disappear on me. But yeah, this is where I've been going to get my metal. I just hop right up here. Put this guy away, take out my Anki. Yes, we did find a nice high-level Anki. It's got, in terms of stats, 40 health, 39 into weight, but it also has the B+ saddle, so it has extra weight reduction. So we could sit here and just farm to our heart's content all day long as these are here. All right, it's got 14 more points. Let's get it to 50 points into weight and then put a bunch into melee, because I think melee still does help. So now it's got 40 points into melee, 40 points into weight. It should increase our drop rate of, well, resources. At least that's what I thought it used to do. At least that's what it used to do in mine, from what I remember right. But yeah, this is where we've been going. Just coming up here, getting tons and tons of metal. Flying all the way here, doing the revive thing with all my inventory, just so I can gather it all. Because I have no RG, and like I said, I wasn't going to try to tame an RG off screen, because like I said, I refuse to tame anything off screen without you guys seeing it happen first. So nothing that I use will ever be tamed off screen, except clearly in this instance of like I tame one, I can tame the second off screen, because it doesn't matter where, like, you've already seen me tame one. The second one doesn't matter as much. So like the instance with the Pseudomane, the instance with this guy, like I knocked the first one out, completely tamed it up. It was out, and then all of a sudden I walk away to take the dog, get ready to take the dog, OUT, and I don't want to say that word because he gets excited. And then all of a sudden I walk back in the room to double check it, make sure everything's all right. I'm dead. I wasn't even gone for like 45 seconds. It said I got attacked by a 145 Daedon. I got destroyed, it got destroyed. And mind you, I had sat there for like 80% the whole time waiting for the Anki to be tamed, thinking, okay, this is going to be perfect. I'll have an Anki, it'll be great, metal farming is going to be golden again. The only thing that sucks about running an Anki instead of an Edmontonia is I don't get the spark powder like I'd like. So that kind of sucks, but I'm not necessarily going to need spark powder just yet. I'll probably use that more on Scorched when I can get Sulfur to make the flamethrower seats, because then that's when you'll be able to truly see like Jason and I go around and take things out with the Edmontonia with the flamethrower, because he doesn't have the Edmontonia, but he can ride shotgun and use the flamethrower on it. So I feel like that's going to be a fun little tidbit to do and show off and see what we can do with it. But yeah, this is where I'm coming to farm, and I also go to that mountain to the right where it shows death number 8. I go over there and do some farming as well. So like that's pretty much what I've been doing off screen, is just trying to get a bunch of metal farming, get a bunch of things going so we can upgrade our base roughly back to where we were. Because right now we're just about where we were in terms of like item wise. Like we have the pseudos, we had not the same level, but we have pseudos, we have the base, we don't have, I think we almost had the Indie Forge, or we are really close to the Indie Forge, honestly. But we have now an Anki instead of an Edmontonia. We have a Doed. We have a Flyer. We did, yeah, we had a PT, right? I don't remember what we had an Anki. I don't think we ever got an Anki yet. Or not an Anki. An RG. I think that was our next thing right before we took on the bosses, because I know for the tech cave, I'm going to need a bunch of metal to make a bunch of tech gear. Because that was something I definitely wanted to get, was a bunch of tech gear. We'll increase weight again now that we're up to 40 points into melee. Yeah, like 1,500 metal, 500 obsidian, almost 1,000 stone. I don't know why I keep clicking in and out of the screen. and we're not even at 180 weight. This saddle is completely busted. And also, I don't know if you saw this, Anki has 53.9 armor saddle. Got that from a drop as well, so that's kind of at that point where I'm like, okay, the saddles are fantastic. This little B+ buff is kind of really nice. I'm enjoying it. And like I said prior, going forward, none of this stuff truthfully matters, because once I switch to a different map, I am starting fresh. No armor, no anything, just my plain character. And all I have is my ascension and my levels. That's absolutely all we're going to have. But there you guys have it. That is what I'm going to be doing for the probably majority of the rest of this day. In-game and IRL for a bit. I'll be farming some metal so we can get close to getting like the industrial forge once we do hit 80. And then get the grinder when we get high enough level. Oh, we should actually are high enough level to make the grinder. To get the grinder and to get the... what's the word I'm looking for? The chem bench once we reach that level. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time for more Ark Survival Ascended. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys then.